What's good, everybody? It is Thursday, June 16, 2022. This is your daily sports betting brand of record. We call it the Early Edge. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it's not close. We have a very simple motto here at the brand. We simply want to win more than we lose. We don't live in the world of 5% bombs of the week. We don't live in the world of we win 80%. We live in reality, and the reality is we had another winning day, 8-4, including a nice little late night money line parlay from your boy. Then me and Prop Stars just cleaning it, sweeping the board on Early Edge in 5. By the way, that show today, special start time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, live right here on this YouTube channel and also on Apple and Spotify. So when we have Game 6 of the NBA Finals, when you have the U.S. Open, when you have a semi-full slate of Major League Baseball, I got to bring in my heavy hitters. I got to bring in the absolute very best that I have at my disposal, and that's exactly what I have done today. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Nashville, Tennessee, the penthouse level, M Square. Good afternoon, or good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, not afternoon yet. It feels like afternoon. Been up since 5:30, watching, getting ready for golf and all that. But yeah, fired up today. More day baseball. Rare that we have day baseball. 3 days in a row? But I'll take it.
As long as you are happy, I'll take it. And you're happy with day baseball. By the way, my man JP in the chat says sign up for the Early Edge. It pays for itself. Well, technically, you sign up for SportsLine and it pays for itself. But the Early Edge is all about SportsLine. That's why we are here. And this man is all SportsLine all day. He is the maestro, Larry Hartstein. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm a little down today because the Atlanta Braves are off. I just love watching them mash. I love the way the manager says, we don't really string hits together. We just bomb, and they have hit 20 homers in the last 5 games. But no Braves today. However, for the NBA Finals Game 6, that 2 p.m. show, I just sent in my play, so catch it at 2 o'clock.
Every single one of my cappers has a play on Early Edge in 5 later this afternoon. All of our NBA plays will be there, maybe a couple here on the morning show too. Now, last but certainly not least, you saw him yesterday putting on the 3-piece suit. You saw him all over CBS Sports HQ. We can hardly fit his head through the door these days. He is the bullpen. He is Johnny Bowman. He is Johnny B. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Coach. Yeah, we got some day baseball today. The College World Series starts this weekend. Baseball weekend, the U.S. Open. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. When you have day baseball, one of the most important things is the absolute hitting, playing conditions. The weather. Mikey, you're first.
All right. So if you watched the show yesterday, we talked about 40% increase at Wrigley Field. We definitely saw that come through. Same thing today, almost 35% increase in terms of home run hitting and overall run scoring between the Padres and the Cubs. Philly on the road against Washington plus 15% across the board. Milwaukee, New York Mets plus 10%. And then Detroit hosting Texas Rangers on the road here, plus 15% home run hitting, plus 15 to 20% in overall run scoring in that one.
I tell you what, sometimes I feel even better about my picks after your weather report, and you'll see what I'm talking about coming up in a second. I love when Mikey just goes right with our picks when it comes to the weather. Now, full disclosure, because we are full transparency here at the Early Edge. The other day, Johnny thought the bullpen report actually had to be about the bullpen. It does not. It is now time for the bullpen report. Johnny, what do you have for us today?
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't name your own brand. But we got the bullpen report here. Orioles have used, and it's good that you say that because we're going to do a little bit of both today. The Orioles have used each of their top relievers in the past few days. I wouldn't be surprised if they have multiple arms unavailable today. The Yankees probably have to avoid their closer Clay Holmes and Wandy Peralta today, while the Rays have a rested bullpen ready for a bullpen game. Ketel Marte left yesterday's game early with an injury for the D-backs, so look out for an IL stint for him. Ozzie Albies is going to be out for at least 2 months. He was put on the 60-day IL. That's not good. Hopefully he makes it back for the playoffs. Trey Mancini was out yesterday with an injury. That adds to an Orioles team that's already without Anthony Santander in this series. And Tyler Kinley, essentially the only reliable reliever for the Rockies, could be out for the season now. So look out for the Rockies. They really don't have anyone besides Daniel Bard, the back end of their bullpen now.
I cannot tell you how important it is to monitor injuries and monitor the weather. There's levels to this game. You got to look at everything. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Johnny. Now, we are lifting up today because by the end of tonight, we could have another NBA champion. It could be Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson raising that trophy. But we need storylines. We need to get ready. We need to be prepared. Maestro, you're up.
Well, just got a market report from our friends at Caesar Sportsbook. About 52% of the tickets are on the Warriors, but the money clearly on the Celtics, 65%. It's the same at DraftKings and other books. People expecting the Celtics to bounce back. The money also coming in on the under. We've seen it dip 210.5 to 210. The last two games have stayed under by a combined 22.5 points. It makes sense as the series goes along. Not only do you have the tired legs and guys like Tatum and Brown playing 40 plus minutes, you also have the familiarity in terms of they know exactly, what you're trying to run offensively. But should add, our friend Bob from Berg Bets, and you're going to hear more from this guy down the road, points out the Warriors in closeout games all time, 15-3 to the over. And they are also 5-0 to the over when coming off a game where they didn't make 11 trays. They shot 9 of 40 from deep. Steph went 0 of 9 from deep. Those are trends that say the over.
Remember when I started Educate and Entertain? I started it after a storyline from the Maestro. And you all just saw exactly why we say educate and entertain. So many great nuggets there. By the way, as you all know, because AB has his own show running during our show, you'll have more little nuggets coming up in a matter of moments as he contends on the ones and the twos. Very quickly, Mosing CVVV says, would you all play the Red Sox -1.5? Very quickly, they're facing Paul Blackburn today. The last time out, 8 innings, 0 runs. I'd be very careful. Early start there as well. We know Thursdays, as Johnny teaches us, be very, very careful betting on baseball. Now, the storylines are in. That means it's time for our board. It's time for another winning day at the brand. But before we do that, we have grown so large, we must pay those pesky little bills. Here's another word from one of our sponsors. And we are back. It is time for our board. One play for SportsLine today. And by the way, if you're not a SportsLine member yet, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, there's never been a better time. Baseball, hockey, NBA, soccer, we've got it all. WNBA, let's go. Now, one very low price, $10. Not a 5% bombs of the week, not $8.99 for the rest of baseball season. No, $10 a month. That's it. Come be a part of us. And today we're going to go Mets, Brewers over. You just heard Mikey talk about it. In New York, great hitting conditions, and it's a very low number, 7.5. Our model has this cashing 57% of the time. We'll take that 7:10 p.m. Eastern time. Now, you know, there's a lot of things that we love to do here on the show, but this might be my very favorite. It just makes me feel good, and it gets you started for your day. So, M squared, you know the drill. Oh, wow. Have I hit puberty yet? Oh, wow. What happened there? Oh, but I feel good. Bring it back down. Whew. Give it to me.
All right, let's hit a team total here. Texas Rangers over 4.5, -115 on the road in Detroit. Love this spot here for Bo Brisky. I want to pick on him as much as I can. He's getting barreled up in 10% of his plate appearances, making him basically the worst starting pitcher in Major League Baseball so far. 335 actual weighted on base average doesn't make him the worst, but certainly makes him below average. Looking at the expected number, though, at 402 at this point in the season with this kind of sample size, that definitely makes him in the bottom 15 of any pitcher who's thrown a pitch in Major League Baseball this season. And then, of course, the weather, air density index down to 60, 80 plus degrees, 50 plus % humidity. Great offensive environment today. Give me the Rangers to put that 5th run on the board, over 4.5, -115.
I see in my crystal ball it's going to be a 6th inning cash. Because, Mikey, you don't go to the 9th inning. You don't even go to the 8th inning on your team total. It's over 6th, 7th inning. Come on, let's have a little sweat today. Now we're going to have a little sweat today. Thank you, Mikey. Now, somebody in the chat, I can't remember. Oh, he says, I got the A-list cappers today on the show. That's all we have here. Or A-list cappers. All right, so we just told you Brewers Mets over 7.5. However, there is a team that has been red hot. Now, they got blown out last night, but Johnny B, what do you have today?
Yeah, I'm on that game too, Coach. I like Mets minus 135 against the Brewers. Aaron Ashby has struggled lately, and he's coming off probably his worst start of the season. He gave up over 10 hits to the Nationals. Tyler McGill was decent in his first game back off the IL, but he didn't make it deep into the game. But that's fine for a Mets team that hasn't used their top relievers in the past 2 games. Last night, the Brewers were the beneficiaries of an error in their big inning that really kept the inning going and made the game unreachable. The Brewers have still lost 11 of their past 14 games, and the Mets are still 20-9 at home this season. So I like the Mets here.
All right, I like them too. By the way, Big Cheesy 707 says, seriously, I'm on my work computer. Big Cheesy, I'm going to try to help you out here. You do not want to get called into your boss's office and say, what's the early edge when they look at your computer search history? So why don't we grab that iPad, switch it over there, and we'll be all good. Now, it is time to cash with the coach. And yesterday, I'm not a math major, but 3 out of 4, that's pretty good, including a plus 130 parlay. I like that too. So today I got 2 more plays for you. I might shock the world with one of them. But I'm going to go. You heard Mikey's report on the weather. Phillies Nationals over 9. I just love it. I like the matchup. I like the pitching matchup. And I like the fact that Mikey said the hitting conditions are better. So we'll take the over 9 there. Then, even though the hitting conditions in Chicago are really good, and M squared is on the Padres in that game, or excuse me, the Rangers. So I'm going to go, and I had the games mixed up. I'm going to go to the Cubs under 2.5, first 5 against the Padres. Why? They're facing Musgrove. And I wrote it down, and where are my notes? I can't even find my notes because we have so much going on. But Musgrove has been dynamic. He has been absolutely. Oh, I found him. Listen to this. The last outing, 6 innings pitched, 0 runs. Away games this year, 40 innings pitched, 11 runs. Against the National League this year, 72 innings pitched, 16 runs. Let's go under 2.5 in the first 5 for the Cubs. And now I have all the games straight. But the one thing that we can always rely on when it gets off the rails, when maybe the show goes in a direction that we don't expect, we can always come back to our heartbeat. The man who started this show. He is the maestro. Sir, the floor is yours.
I see a lot of talk in the chat about the Cubs, and that's exactly where I'm going. Did you see what manager David Ross said when rookie Matt Swarmer gave up 6 solo shots to the Yankees last time out? He said, solo shots, that's better than walks. Is that really better than walks? I don't really get that quote, but the point is that this kid is good, but he is vulnerable facing a Padres team that's outscored them 31-10 the last 2 games. The Cubs ERA during their 9-game losing streak is over 8 runs per game. Like you said, Musgrove on the mound, 1 run in his last 27 innings pitched. The run line, minus 128. It's minus 130 on SportsLine, but you can find it a little cheaper elsewhere. That's the play.
I absolutely love it. And don't forget, the Maestro will have at least one more play on Early Edge in 5 today for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Now, this man, in just a second, loves to have all the attention to himself, whether he is producing or not. So grab your paper, grab your pencil. We'll see if AB on the 1s and the 2s can pull up. He has time to do this. Very, very good. M squared's on the Rangers team total over 4.5. They're playing Detroit, not Chicago. Get it together, coach. Johnny B's on the Mets money line, minus 135. We are all over this game, top to bottom. Maestro, Padres on the run line. Zach is on the Celtics, minus 4. Thank you, Zach. And then if you're going to cash with me, you're going to do it the Phillies Nationals over 9. I added the Cubs first 5 under 2.5. And then from the site, Brewers Mets over 7.5. Now, as you can see, our man got so busy talking in the chat, he forgot one of my plays on the recap screen. So, AB, show your face. Answer for yourself.
Yeah. First off, yeah, we did. We're also playing a little swatting game here in the chat. We've got some spam we're trying to get rid of. They're coming quick. They're coming in waves at me here, man. So
that's all right. You know, if you watch this show, we are not scared to hit that block button. You only get one. One.
We hit it a few times a day, baby.
Yeah. All right. So what do you got for us today, big boy?
Yeah, so we got some good ones. Look, everybody is going to hear all day today about a term called Game 6 Clay, and it is real and it is spectacular. So look, In the last 7 game 6s for Klay Thompson, all right, he scored 25 points or more in 6 of them. So if you look at his point total, it's sitting at 20.5 right now. Might want to go get it. I'll say this. 2 o'clock Eastern, early edge and 5. I would pay attention to that show. We have some bombs that we're going to drop on that one. However, we're going to ride Klay Thompson threes over 3.5. And anybody that's been playing this on the show, we've hit it 3 times in a row. Klay's been coming through for us. So we're sitting on house money with it here, and I think he's going to do it again. So Klay Thompson threes over 3.5 tonight. Second, Celtics, second quarter minus 1.5. I went back and looked through every game that the Celtics, when they have been sitting facing elimination, which is 3 games, and they're 3-0, by the way, in those. The second quarter, profit. And I went back and looked at every game when the Warriors were looking to close someone out. All right, second quarter, loss. This has been the trend for both of these teams. We're going to ride the second quarter minus 1.5. And then lastly, and you know what, Coach? You and Mike can answer this one better than me, but I think my man Justin Thomas, top 10 U.S. Open finish, plus 140. My man strikes the ball well. He putts well. Long game, short game. He could do it all. Give me JT, top 10.
All right, so stay there, because here on the show, we're fully transparent, correct? We don't hide anything, right? Well, you can no longer bet Justin Thomas for a top 10 finish in the U.S. Open because you have to do that prior to it starting, and it's already started. So that play, now you could do probably maybe some books you can do a live play, AB. Yep. You could do that. But I just want to be full transparent before people go, the game already started. It's an honest mistake.
I'll interrupt. You can still bet it at plus 150 right now for top 10 because he hasn't teed off also. But like at FanDuel, DraftKings, all of them. Yeah, they're up.
A few of those. Like mine's already taken it down. That's what I was saying, Mikey. Yeah, some you can. So, AB, you kind of made a mistake, but not really. Mikey said
No, you're right. And you know what? I'm going to take that mistake, and here's what we're going to do. Every night at 11:45, we're going live. No, I'm kidding. Hey, have a great show, boys.
All right, thanks, man. Mikey, thank you, too. And by the way, that's spam. Get it out of here. I hate it. I hate it so much. All right, but that's what happens when you have a show that people love. People want to come, and they want the attention. They want to piggyback. Kind of like those little fish that suck to the big whales and the sharks. That's what these people are like. All right. Damn, I love this so much. I love when we do well. I love when we make mistakes. I love when we get corrected. I love it all because this is what we do. This is what it's all about. We're going to have an incredible day today. I can already feel it. But there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. Don't forget Early Edge and 5 special start time today, 2 p.m. Eastern live. All things NBA. That's it today. No baseball, no hockey, all NBA for Early Edge and 5 today. My entire crew, I love them all. M Squared, Johnny B, the Maestro, and even AB on the ones and the twos doing work with those spammers. I am the coach. Tell all your friends you want to be educated, you want to be entertained, you want to feel like you belong to something that is special. It's all right here at the Early Edge. Good luck.